final. Hello everyone, I am Neelam Choudhary, your host for the web series Django Project Based Learning. Before we jump into today's topic, kindly like and subscribe my channel and also turn on the notification so you never miss a video. So today we will be doing a project called as Portfolio based on the topic that we have studied so far. In the MVT architecture, we have covered URL, views and templates. So based on this, we can create a static website, and that is what we are going to do today. So let us have a look what kind of project we are going to build. So this is a project that we will be doing today, which will have home, about page, projects, experiences, certification, contact, resume, where it will download your resume. So this is a project that we will be doing today. I hope you have liked this project. So let us get started with this project. So this is a folder where I want to create the project. So I will open this with the help of the VS Code editor. So these are the steps to create the project. First, you should create a virtual environment. If you don't have a virtual wrapper, install virtual wrapper. Create your virtual environment, activate the virtual environment, install Django, create your project, application and add your application within the project. So what I'm going to do, I will not create a virtual environment. I will create this project directly in the global system, but you should create a virtual environment and within that you should create your project. Okay, so let us start. Since I'm going to create in a global system, first I will check whether I have Django. If I have Django, then what is a version? It is version 5. If you guys don't have Django, you can install with the help of the command pip install Django. Next, we'll create a project, Django admin, start project. Name of the project, let us give portfolio, space and a dot. Next thing is what? To create an application. Py, manage.py, start, app, whatever name of the application you want, you can give it. Let me give resume. So I've given the app name as resume. Whatever you want, you can give it, okay? So this is I have created. After you have created the application, what you are supposed to do? Within your project, go in the settings.py file, add your application in the install apps. What is the name of the application we have given? Resume. Okay. Then in the MVT architecture, what we are supposed to do? We have URLs, then view, and then the template. So let us create the URL. So URL you can directly include within the project or within the application. The approach that I'm going to follow is within the application. So I will create a urls.py file within my application, urls.py. So I will have to tell the project urls.py file that whenever somebody is going to hit on the home page, kindly include my application, that is resume.urls. So you go and check on this particular application, the urls.py file, okay? And I will have to put include. So now let us create the URLs within the application. So now you go in the application. I have copied it from this particular URL. And now I don't need this. I'll remove this. I'll remove. Okay. So first thing is what? We'll create a home page. So whenever somebody is going to click on the home page, the function it will call, let the name of the function be home and namespace, let us give the name as home, which is optional. Okay. So since I am going to call this function from views, I will have to import. So from current directory, or you can write from resume, import views. We will import views from that. Okay. Now I have said whenever somebody is going to click on this particular link, it should call this function. So I will go in this application and I will create that function. How do we create? Def, whatever name you have given there, you will give the same name, request, and it should return this. We are going to render an HTML file. We'll write request. Whatever object you want, you can give it. Okay, but normally what we do, we write request only. Name can be anything. And the file that we will render is home.html. Okay, so now what I will have to do, I will have to create a HTML file. So this HTML folder you can have within the project or within the application. We are going to go for the approach within the application. So within the resume, I will create a folder templates where I will have all my templates over here. First template that I want to create is home.html. Okay, now I'm going to have a static files as well. So what I will do, I will create the static folder also within the applications. In the application, create your static folder. And within the static folder, we can have the CSS folder where we'll have all the CSS. You can have the images folder because I'm going to have a lot of images in this project. Now home.html, I'll write some code over here. What we'll do, let us copy the bootstrap code. See, I'm going to use a bootstrap in this project. So whenever you are doing a project, it is believed that you know HTML, CSS, JavaScript and bootstrap. So if you don't know, kindly go through all these topics. Although it is not required for today, I will go in detail. But from next project onwards, you should have the knowledge. Okay. So from here, I have copied this. So I will have the bootstrap link within my home.html. Hello world. So let us see if this project is working or not. What is a command to run the server? Py manage.py run server. Okay. Spelling mistake. You should run that command wherever you have a manage.py file. Okay, you should be in that directory. If you are not in that directory, it will give you the error. See, I was in the directory where my manage.py file is there. Okay. So let us check the server. See, I can see the hello world. So what I have done so far, whenever somebody is going to click on or whenever somebody is going to run this server, it will first come to the project. It will check the urls.py file, whether that particular link is there. So I'm saying on the home, I have a application resume. Kindly check that URL. So it will go to your application. It will check the urls.py file of your application and it will check, do I have anything attached on this link? Yes, I have a function home. It will go in the views.py file. It will call this function. And this function is doing what? It is calling the home.html file. It will go in the home.html file and it will render this on your browser. Okay? This is how your MBT architecture, URL views and template flows. Okay. Now let us go ahead. What we are supposed to do, we were supposed to show the home page. Okay. Okay. After this, we are supposed to create a home page. On the home page, what we are going to have? We are going to have a navigation bar. Then we are going to have the image, some text written over here, and the link to LinkedIn, Bootstrap, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay. So if you'll see, the navigation bar is going to remain same in all the pages. Okay. So we can make the use of the template inheritance that we have studied. Those who don't know what is template inheritance, they can go through my previous videos and you will understand. Whenever some code is getting repeated, we want to make the use of template inheritance. Okay. What I will do, I will create a base.html file. Over here, I will write the code which will get repeated again and again. So I have created the base.html file. Let us copy this bootstrap code and paste it over here. And the title can change according to the pages. So I will put this inside the block. Whatever name of the block you want, you can give it. Let me give title. Then since it is portfolio, by default, let me give portfolio. So if I'm not changing, it will always be the portfolio. Then you're supposed to close that block. How do you close? You write N block person. Uh, you can give the name again that you have given, or you can skip it. It's optional. Let me give it. Then since I'm going to have a CSS over here, let me create a style.css file. Although I don't have any code written over here, let me just write it because this is my base file. Okay, so I'm writing style.css. So let us give the link over here. Link, style sheet reference. How do we give it? Percentage, static, and it is where inside the CSS folder, inside we have style.css. And then again you give the percentage. What I have done, I want to include my style.css within my base.html file. So I have written till static, it will come automatically. After that, inside the CSS folder, there is a style.css. Okay, I have given the link. Whenever you have a static file within your Django, you should write load static. Okay. We have written this. Next is what? Let us remove this code. Now the so what I have done, I have created a div of the class container with the help of the bootstrap, and inside that I will add the blocks. Let me content 1 I have written, so right over here. Okay. So inside the body, the whatever we are going to add, it can change. That is why I have given the block over here. Now what I will do, I want to have the navigation bar on every pages. So instead of writing the navigation bar code over here, I can write it over here as well. But this will look very messy. Okay, it will have lot of codes. So that is why I will write one more navigation bar.html file, and I will include that over here. Okay, what I'm saying, I have a navigation bar.html file. Kindly include that code over here. Include navbar.html. Means whatever code. So after, what will happen when it will render base.html file, it will say hash we are including navbar.html. It will go to your navigation bar.html. Whatever code you have written over here will come over here, and then it will render that div. Okay. So let us write the code for the navigation bar as well. So to write the code for the navigation bar, again, if you don't know how to write, you can go to the bootstrap. You can write navbar.html. Navbar, sorry, and it will give you the codes. So let me use this code. I'll paste it over here. Okay. So let us see if it is working or not. So to see whether it is working or not, in the home.html, what I will do, extend this. Okay. So means what is happening whenever we are calling this particular home.html file, it will come over here and it will see, okay, this is nothing but a part of what base.html. So it will call a base.html file. And when it is rendering the base.html, it will see, okay, I'm supposed to call the navigation bar.html. So it will call the navigation bar.html. Okay. And then whatever is written inside this div, it will render that. Okay. So let us see if it is working fine. Server is running. Yeah, the server is running. So let us see. So I should be able to see what? I should be able to see the navigation bar. Okay. First of all, the tag is extends. I've written extend over here. That is fine. Extends the base.html. See, this navigation bar is working. Now what we want to do, we want to change this navigation bar. Let us come over here. Okay. On the navigation bar, I want to see my name. I'll write Neelam. Okay. Then I want the home page. I want one tab of about. Then one of the project. Then let us one. Let us copy paste this. Okay. So one should be of the experiences. And then you want to add certifications. Contact and resume. Contact and resume. Let us go and see. Refresh it. Home, about, project, experiences, certifications, contact and resume. So now let us give some styling over here. Okay. Now let us do the changes in the navigation bar. So let me give some styling over here. So for that, I want to change the color of this navigation bar and the text. Okay. So this is within the nav bar, nav dot class, and within this, what is it? For the link, it is nav link dot name. So within nav bar nav, we have a nav link, and whenever somebody is going to move when they are going to move the mouse over this particular text or this link, the font weight should change to the spelling mistake. Font weight should to get bold. Suppose I want to make the color let us see changes. See, it is changing. It is changing to green color whenever I am moving the cursor over this particular links. Then, suppose I want to change the font size as well. Because it is very small now. Let me change the font size as well. Normally the font should be 20 pixels. Okay. So see, the font size will change now. Every the mistake that I have done. Okay. See, the font size has changed. I want to change the font size of this one as well. So for this, what is a class? This is here. So class is, let me copy this class. And let us change the font size to 25 pixels. The font size has changed. Now what you want to do, you want the background to be of navy blue. Let me give the class of the dark. Okay. Dark. For this class, give the styling background color RGB format 46. Okay. Let us see if we are getting the navy blue color. Yes, we are having the navy blue color. Now I want some spacing over here. From the starting, I need some spacing, and this should be in between. Okay. Let me give the styling for that as well. So in the navigation bar, from the starting, suppose I give the 5 spacing, and from the all the sides, let me give 2. So this is fine. From all sides to 2, and from the starting, I'm 5. This should be shifted, okay? So I'll give the styling over here. To give the padding to the right. Let me give 450 pixels. Like, yeah. So from right, I'm having 450 pixels and everything is over here. You can see. Okay. So we have created a navigation bar, and the same navigation bar we will see everywhere. So now we want to create the home page. On the home page, now I want to show the image. And what I want to show? I want to show one image over here. Then I want to show some text, and I want to show 3 links. Okay. So I already have the container with me. Come over here. In the base.html, we have already created a container, and within that container, we had created this block. Okay. So we want to change this block. So we'll come in the home.html. We'll copy this block code and we'll paste over here. Okay. And now what we want? First, we want the image. So we'll include the image over here. So within the container, let us create one more div, and we'll create a class row. Okay. Suppose, and from this top, I want to give the margin of 5. Okay. So now we want to include the image. We'll include the image within the div, and we'll give some class to it, because I will have to, apply CSS, circular image container let class. Okay. Inside this, now let me include the image. Image tag will have src. src will be the path of that image. So what I'll do, within this images, okay, I will include all the images that I'm going to use in this particular project. So if we'll check within this images, whatever images I need in this particular project, I have written over here. So which image I want to use? Image.jpg. Okay. And where is the path of that particular image? You have to write out static. And inside that we have the folder images, and within the folder images, the name of the image is im.jpg. Okay. And closes. So let us see if the image is loaded or not. We'll refresh it. Unexpected end block. Just load the static. Now you can see the image has been loaded. Now I want to give some styling to this particular image. So it is in circular fashion, and it is what? Okay. So now it is what? In the circular image. So let me give it. So for this image also, let us give the class circular image. Let me give. So this is circular image container, and this class is circular. What mistake I have done? Okay. And if the image has been not loaded, I want to write here I was having the image. Okay. So now let me give the styling. Let us go to the style.css. And for the circular image container, which is the outer div, let us give the styling. For the outer div, let the width be 200 pixels, height to be 200 pixels, and overflow has to be done. Overflow is done. Then suppose you want to give border radius. Okay. because I want it in the circular fashion. Border, I want to give some color to the border on the solid and the color that I want to. Okay. So let us see, refresh it and see. So see. So I have created what? An outer circle also. I have given the height and width for this outer container. And I have given the border this for this border I have given the color as well. Okay. Justify content to the center. I want align the items center. So I'll have everything in the center now. Now for this image, okay, the image is now in the center. Now I want to set the size of this particular image also. So for that, I will come over here for the image. I don't need this one. I'll remove this. I need the base.html. Okay. The class that I had given for the image is this one. So now I will change the height and width of my image as well. Image, let me set the width to 120 percentage and the height, let it be 2. The display. So now let us see. Yes, I have the image over here and like this. Now I want this image to be in the center. What I can do, I can come over here in the home.html. I'll create an outer div and over there I will give the styling. Okay? I will make the use of the bootstrap only. Create one more div over here. Okay. And this div have this image. Should align it properly. This div will have this and this will become the image. Okay. This is of this div, this is of this div. Let me give a class. The first column, it will occupy all the 12 columns. And I want everything to be in one line. So deflex, justify content, that is suggestion. These are nothing of the bootstrap only. Let me give line, item, then okay. Let us refresh and see. Yeah, I have it in the center now. So I have my image over here. Next thing is what? I want to write some text over here that, hi, my name is Neelam Choudhary. I am a YouTuber. So for that, what I will do, I will create another div. So another div over here. Suppose it will also take all the columns. So column it will occupy is all 12 columns. And I want everything in to be center. So text center class I will give. X has to be center. And the first text that I want to add, let me write H4 in the H4 tag. This tag, then write Neelam, one tag. Then again H1. Let us see if it is working properly or not. Oh, yes, my name is Neelam Choudhary. I want the space over here from the top. I'll give some space like let us see how it is working. Yeah, so I've given some space over here from this div. My name is Neelam Choudhary. I'm a YouTuber. Suppose for this, I want to give the different color and I want different color for this one. Okay. So for that, what I will do, I will give the class over here. Since This is what I'm writing over here, the title. Give us title. And for this too, I want the same styling. So I can put what? I'll create another div. And within that div, I'll put this. Okay. You can write over here also again the class and class, or you can put it inside the div. Normally what we do, we put it inside the div, and for that div, build the class. Okay. This inside this. In the class, let me give us, here I'm giving the name, so let me give us name. Understood? So I'll go in the style for the title. Let me give the color as one only. And for the name, let me give the color as white. So, heads up. Let us see if it is working. So this is what my name is, and this I have given in the white color because I'm going to have the background blue. Let me give the body background as blue. Okay. Or the body. Want to give the body the background color as now this should. My mistake, I have written dot. It is not the class. Now I'm going to access the help of the tag. Okay. See. So this home page has been created. Now I want 3 links over here. Okay. And that link has to be within the image. So let us write the code for that one. So I will go in the home.html. This is also done. Now let me create another div for that one. Okay. Create a div. And inside that div, suppose again I want to have the all the 12 columns. Column that is going to columns. Text has to be center, everything. I'll write the same code that I had written. I'll keep the same spacing of 3. And then let me include let me have the link. We write the link with the help of the A tag. The reference I want to give is of the first will be of the LinkedIn. So let me give the LinkedIn profile. Let us write the link over here. Then given the link for LinkedIn. Let me write first, then I'll include the image. Okay. So let us see. Yeah, I can see, and it is taking me to that profile as well. So I want this should open on the new page. So I will give the target as well. Over here we can give target. Thank. So yeah. So in this link, I don't want to show the text. I want to show the image. So instead of the text, I will write the image tag over here. Tag, which will have the over here. I want to show the image, and the image will be of the LinkedIn profile, which is one. So I'll copy this. Okay. And in the style.css, over here in the home.html, in the, what is the link? In the static, so percentage static, we have what? We have images folder, and within images folder, the image. And let us click the Jinja tags. Okay. Let us see. Yeah. So this is a clickable link over here, and it is opening on the new page. Let us give some width and height as well. You can give the alt tag, this is for link. Okay. Let me give some width and height as well. I will give us 50. P. Let me give height as well as P. Okay. Now let me give. So this is the first link that I've created. Similarly, I will create the next link and I'll create the next link. Over here, I will give for the YouTube. So I have added the link for the YouTube and for Instagram as well. So this is how it is looking like. Okay. So LinkedIn, YouTube and Instagram. So let me give some CSS styling to this as well. What I will do, I will add a class. Let me add a class equal to. Okay. Let me add this class to all the image tag. Image tag, let me add the class. This also let me add the class for this image tag. Styling dot social link. Yeah. If I've created a class social links for this, let me give the style. Let me give the same style that I've given. Yeah. Height and width I've given from there. So let me refresh and yeah, see everything is coming, but I want everything to be in one line. So I will make the use of the bootstrap deflex property. Let me come over here. Let me add one more div for this, and what I will do, I'll put it inside a div. Tire key tags, I'll put it inside the div. This div and the outside this. Okay. And this class, I will give the same class. See, whatever I have given over here, na, I'll give the same class. So everything is in the center and in our line. Let us see it. Everything in the center. But I want to give some spacing over here as well. You know, they are very sticky. Let me give some space over here. The A tag. Let me give the class. From starting, I want the space of 3. Starting, I will have 3 space for this one. Also for this tag. From starting, let me give the 3. And for this also, let me give us 3. Okay. Yeah. So my home page has been created. How this is looking like. Okay. So I've created an outer div. Inside this, I've created this for the image. Then I've created another divs for the title. And then another div for the tags and the images. Okay. So now let us go for the next one. Now I want the about page. So for that, within your application, go to the urls.py file, include a path. Whenever somebody is going to click on about, let me give the name as about. Okay. It is not necessary to give the link name, function name and the namespace as same. But if you'll give it same, it will be better for the other person to understand your code. Okay. So in the views.py file, now I will have to create that function about, which will take request object, return, render, request, about.html. So I will have to create about.html file, which will be copy of, let me create a copy of home.html that I'll rename about. Let me remove all these divs. It is not needed. And just let me write some h1 tag to see it is working or not. I'll come over here. Okay. For the navigation bar also, you will come over here in the navigation bar. Whenever somebody is going to click on the about page, should take you to what? URL. What is the namespace we have given about? Okay. There should be a double quote. It will take, when you will click on the about page, it is taking you to the about page. Okay. Now let us write the code for the about page. So on the about page, what we want to do, on the first row, we want to have the image over here and the description over here. Okay. So we want two columns. And in the next row, I want to have all the stacks that I know in the form of a picture. Means, Python, Django, JavaScript, React, all that thing. Okay. So this is what we are going to do now. Let us come over here. Let us go to the about.html page and let us write code for that one. So let me write div. I want to have the image tag. The link for the image is same that we had given earlier. Static within images was image.jpg. Okay. And this is nothing but the image. Okay. Let me give the class as about image, because I will give some styling to this. It is giving you this red mark. Static, you have done it properly. The tag you have not closed properly. Okay, and you want everything to be in the center. What we used to write, you can copy from here, justify content to the center and everything. Okay. And we'll put the same class over here. Now I don't want to use the class. Okay, so I don't want to use all the 12 columns. I want on the starting 4 columns, I want image, and in the next remaining columns, I will have the text. Okay, let us see how it is looking like. Then we'll do the CSS also. Yeah, so this is the image. Now I will set the size of the image. The class I have given is about image. So with the help of that, I will go in the style.css as a div for dot this. Let us set the width 200 pixel. Height as auto. Lock. So I have it in a square on the left hand side. The image has been set. Next thing on the about page is what? You want to have the description. So for that, let us create another div, and inside that we'll have the description. Okay. Also on the first row, we will have the first column of the image and the next column of the description. Column that I need for 7 columns. Text I want on the left side alignment, and text has to be light because otherwise I will not be able to see it. Okay, I want in white color. Let me write the first tag as that h2 tag. Let me write hello. And let me write some descriptions. Let me quickly add that descriptions. So I've added some descriptions over here, and I've created the class also to change the font size of my paragraphs. Okay, so let us see. Okay, see. So this has been added. So what I have done, I have added the image also. I have added the description also. Now what I want in the next column. So in the first row, which in the first column, I have the image, and then in the next column, I have the paragraph. So now I will create what? I will create another row. And in that row, I'll have my stacks. So from the top, let me give some spacing of 2. And then I'll create another my stack I want. I will h2 tag my tag which language, see how it will. So here I want in the center class text has to be, and also I want to change the color of this. I can do it in the style sheet also. I can do it inline as well. Let me show you inline also. Color that I want to give. Same color what I have given over here. Now I have given the same color. So I can see the text over here. Now I want to do what? I want to show the different images. Okay. So we will be using the image tag over here. Whatever I know, whatever the tags that you want to add the image over here. So you will write static. You will give the link of those images. So first image, suppose of the HTML.png. You should have all these images in your images folder. Okay. See, I have it over here. HTML.png. The type. So where I'm having this image within the static folder, I have a images folder, and within the images folder, I have that image. So images के अंदर html.png. Okay, all tag is of the HTML. I have not closed this tag. Let us see one, and then I'll do the for others as well. The HTML it is in. Let me give some styling like we had give previous page as well. 70 item. I'll give some class also. Now let me see. Add all the other images as well. If you'll see, I've added all the images over here. The first image tag is having the html.png. I've set the width, height. I've given for responsiveness image fluid class. Similarly for CSS I have added, and this. And all the images what I have done, again I have added in this particular div that will make sure everything is in one line and it is in the center. So let us refresh it and let us see if it is working. Yes. Okay. So it is like this. So we have added the about page as well. So our about page is also working fine. Now let us work for the project page. So for that, again, you will go to the urls.py file. You will include one more path. The function that you are going to create is views.projects. And the name that you will this. Yeah, I've done. Yes. It is working fine. Now, so I'll have to create this function. So you will go in the views.py file. Similarly, you will create a function projects request, which is going to return render and request projects.html file. For time being, let us copy this about.html plus projects.html. Remove all the content from the center. And you go in the navigation bar.html. Whenever somebody is going to click on projects, it should take you to the link of name that you have given is what? Project. See, over here you are supposed to give the name. What name I have given for that particular link? Projects. The same you will give it over here, project. Okay. So whenever somebody is going to click over here, it will hit this particular URL. So this URL will call this function. This function you will be in the views.py file, which will call the projects.html page. So right now, let me write one h1 tag over here to see it is working or not. So let us click on project. And yeah, it is taking you to the project page. So now on the project page, what I want to do, you have already seen if you want to have an image, and for that image, if you want to add the link, you can do it. So what I will do, I'll create for the 6th column, I will show the first project. For the next 6th column, I will show the next project. For next 6th column, I will show the next project. On the next 6th column, I will be using the next project. Okay. So I'm using the grid property of the bootstrap. So total there are 12 columns in the bootstrap. The first 6 will have the image, next 6 will have the image. Automatically for the next 6 column it will go down. For the starting 6 will have the image. Okay, so it will divide the page like this. So now I want to show the image. I will be showing directly the image. What you can do, you can have this image within the anchor tag, and within the anchor tag you can give her your GitHub link. Okay, so whenever somebody is going to click on this image, it will take you to the GitHub link. If somebody is going to click on this project, it will take you to that GitHub link, like we have done it over here. Okay, over here, whenever somebody is going to click on this image, it will take you to the LinkedIn page. Similarly, you can do it over here. I have not done it, but I'm keeping it for you guys. Okay. So now I want to add the image. So now you know it very well how to do it. What you can do, you can go within this particular HTML file. You can create a div. Okay, in the column 6. Okay, first you will have the image tag. You will have the path of that particular image within the SRC. Then you will have the title of that image that you want to show. Then what you will have, all text like this. Okay, so this I will have to write how many times, that many projects you are having. Suppose you are having 17 projects, you will be writing this 17 times? No. Okay, so you will, if you write it 17 times, think how your HTML code will look like. Okay, it will be a huge HTML page. So what we'll do, we'll try to do it with the help of we'll try to simplify this. Okay, so you can go for the HTML page, you can write down this code 17 times within the HTML, okay? But it will look very, it will not be a clean code. So what we'll do, we'll follow a different approach. Let us go to the views.py file and let me pass it from here only. Okay, let me create the dictionary or data over here. So let me pass the data. Since I'm going to show all the projects, so let me write as projects only. I want to show. Okay, I will create a list of that, and inside the list I will create different dictionaries. Okay, for what I want to show the title, and the title is what? Suppose of my first project, the title I want to show is Ras. You will understand this once I will write all the program, don't worry. Okay, so in the first, I want to show the title of the image, that will be the Rasoi Connect. And then in the next key value pair, suppose I want to add the path. Okay, I will have to give the path of the image. So what is the path? It is in the images folder, and it is rasoiconnect.png. I will write Rasoi connect.png. If the spelling mistake, don't do it. Okay, then this is my first dictionary, which is will have the title of the image and the path of the image. I can write over here path. This is a path of the image. Similarly, I want to do it for the next one, so I will put a comma over here. So this is the first item. The first item is a dictionary. Now the next item is again a dictionary, which will have the title of my image. The title of my project is e-commerce website, and the path is what? It is what? Within the images, it is e-commerce.png. So I will write commerce.png. Okay, so similarly I will add it for each and every images that I'm having, or the projects that I'm having. So if first image the title and the path, for the next image the title and the path, for next image title and the path. Okay, so this way what I will do, I will pass this in the form of a dictionary. You always pass the data in the form of a dictionary to HTML file. Okay, so I'll create a dictionary, let the key of the dictionary be same, and the value that I'm passing is this particular list is a value over here. Okay, so now if you don't know how to access the content within the HTML, kindly go through my previous videos, you will understand it. Okay, now let me go to the projects.html, and over here I will access it. Whatever data we have passed, I want to render it on the projects.html page. Okay, and this is in the form of what? A dictionary. I have given in the form of a dictionary. This is a key and this is a value. Key By mistake in the key, I have given some space. Let us remove that space. Okay. So this is a key, and when I will write the name of the key, I can access the value. And I want to access each and every value of that particular. Inside the value, if you'll see, value is nothing but a list, and in that we have a different items. So let us see how we can do it. So first, let me write a div, the class row, and from the top I will give the margin of 2. Now I want to access each and every item. Whenever you want to access each and every item of a dictionary, what you do? You apply a for loop. Okay. So let me apply a for loop for each item, or we can write project in what is a key. You write down the key. This will become the key. When you will write the key, it will go inside the value. It will access a value, and it will see what is a value. Value is nothing but a list. This entire list will be passed as a value. So when I'm writing the name of the key, I'm accessing this list. So this entire list will come over here. Okay. This is nothing but the list. So it will go to the first item in the list, then the next item in the list. What is the first item? This one. Okay. So when it will apply for the first time, I want to see what? The first item title I want to show. So, suppose I want to show in the H4 tag. And how do I access? We will write the project dot, we'll write project dot, and we write the, in the side the dictionary. If I want to access this value, we write down the name of the key. What is the name of the key? Title. So when it will go for the first time, project dot title, it will give me Rasoi Connect, and I want to show the image tag. How do we show the image tag? We write image. Okay, in that src, and the path. Path is what? With the help of the ginger tag, write static, and you give the path. And what is the path? Path I have written it over here. Okay, it will be what? Project dot the path. Okay, so when it will go for the first time, it will access this item, and project dot title means it will give you Rasoi Connect, and project dot path means this path will come over here. We will have this image. The help of image tag, you will display the image and the title. Okay. So now what we want to do? We want to do it for each and every item. It is doing for each and every item. Okay, let us see how we are getting the output. See the output once. The projects. Okay. So I have created the for loop, but I forgot to end that for loop. Let us end also. End for loop. Now let us refresh and see. See, I can see the name of each image, but I am not able to see that particular image. Let us see what mistake we have done. Here I have written the path folder. So here I will have to do the changes. Okay. Let us see if it is working fine or not. See, I'm getting all the images that I want. But how do I want? I want two images, okay, side by side. So for that, what we will do, we'll come over here. So inside the row, after the first one has come, we'll create one more div, and we will give the column, okay, class column, and we'll give the 6 columns over here. So first row, when it will have, when it will go for the first item will take 6 columns. It will show the title of that one and the image. Let me set the height and width as well. All text, if you want, you can give it. Pass it from there only. Let me set the height as 500. $800, and also let us make responsive. Let us see if it is working fine now. It should take. There is some mistake here. So this div we have started over here. We have closed the div over here. The end for will come here. Okay, fine. See, so I'm having the images side by side. So this labor hiring image, maybe I have not given the path properly. So there was a spelling mistake. If you'll see, I can see it side by side. If you want, instead of 2, if you want three images, what you will do? Instead of dividing it into 6 columns, okay? 12 divided by 3 is what? 4. So you will give 4 columns. So you will have three images side by side, okay? So this is how we have done this projects. So just let me, so same thing we can do it for the experiences certificates as well. Let me quickly explain you what I have done. So that same thing we will be doing it for the experiences. So in the views, I have created what? A list. In the list, I have created first item in the form of a dictionary, which is having the title and the path of that image. You can give the alt text as well. Then for the next image, again, I have created a dictionary, which will have the title, path, and like this. Okay, for every image. And this list, I have passed it in the projects.html, and whenever you want to pass the data to the HTML file, it always has to be in the form of a dictionary. That is why this list is passed in what? As a value of this particular key. Okay, and to access, what do we write? We write for project in, we write down the name of the key, and we can access the value. So it will go to the first item in the list. So first item is the first dictionary. In this dictionary, I want to access the title. So that is why we have written project.title. Then I want to access the path. That is why I have written project.path. Okay, similarly, for the next for loop, this will be the next item, then the next item, and like this way, we will show for each image, for each project, the title and the image. Now, if you want to add the link, what you will do is outside this image tag, you will have a anchor tag. Okay, in the anchor tag, you will give in the H reference, you will be giving the link of your GitHub. Okay, now the title is, let us change the color of the title as well, because I cannot see. Yeah, so it is a white in color. Okay, it will load, don't worry. And this is done. Okay, so similarly, if I want to add the experiences, it will be same. First, you will go in the urls.py file. You will create a path that is for experiences, or let me write experience, which will call a function experience, and the name that you will give experience. Okay, let me give same everywhere. Now let us create this function. We will take the object request, return vendor request, and it will call the experience.html. Okay, the double quotes, and let us create that experience.html page. It will be somewhat like projects.html. I will copy paste this and I will write experience. Okay, now let us go to the navigation bar. In the navigation bar, in experiences, what we will write? Percentage URL, and the namespace that we had given was experience, that is past and data. Let me remove this and let me write h1 tag hi to see if it is working or not. Experiences, see, I can see hi. So for the experiences.html, again for the experiences, we will use a similar approach that we have used for the project. What we have done for the project, we had created a list and the image title and the path we had given in the form of a dictionary. Similarly, over here also, we will be using the same approach. I will create a list of experiences. Okay, and in that list, okay, I'll create the name of the company, the post of the company in the form of a dictionary. So whatever data you want, the company name, the experience, the post, date of joining, date of leaving, the features, whatever you want to add, you can write it over here. For simplicity, what I will do, I will consider only the company name. So let me write company. And suppose the name of the company is AB. Then I can write the second, suppose I want to give the position as well. Position as Python developer. Okay, this is for the first company. Similarly, you will add the detail for the next company. So all the experiences you will add. So this, suppose this is company ABC2, position this. Okay, let me write only 3 data over here for now. Now this data, I will pass it to the experience.html, the form of what? A dictionary. Let me write the key, whatever you want to give key, you can give it. Normally we give the key and the value same, okay? But it depends upon you, how you want to give. I've kept the name as same. So this is a key and this is a value of that dictionary. That is why it is giving the error. It will not give that. In the experience.html, what I will do, again, I will follow the similar approach of the class row. And then from top, let me have the margin of 2. And then we'll apply a for loop for experiences of, then we'll apply a for each item in what is a key that we have passed. Come over here, copy the key. Okay, it will go to each and every item. First, I want to show the each item dot company. So first company name and then next company, same company, position. Let us first see. And then you have started the for loop, so you will end for. Okay, let us click on experiences. I can see the experiences over here. See, the first company, the position, next company, the position, next company, and the position. Now I want to structure it properly. Now to show, we can make the use of the list. Okay, you can make unordered list and one below the other, or inside the Bootstrap we have a jumbotron which I'm going to use it. From the top, let me give the margin of 2. And the item will come inside this. So inside the for loop, then each item, this each item. Suppose I want to show item, like then this item, it is just I'm applying the styling. Okay, logic is clear, just have to apply the style. And for this, suppose I will give the style dot, this is going to display, where I display for each item. I've given the class, I will be giving the styling, okay, in the style.css. Drawn, let me give. Suppose I want to set the background color. Give some padding as what class I have given for this one. color, font size, lastly, 18 pixel color of the text I will. So let us see what is the error. So this is fine. Now let us see how the experience, right? So see, it is working fine. So for the Jumbotron, if you'll see in the style.css, for the background, I have given the background color and some border radius. And for this text, I have changed the size of the text and the color of the text. Okay. Here I have kept it white and here I have kept it green. So similarly, you can add the certifications as well, which is easy now. I think so. You must have understood what you are supposed to do. You will come over here. You will write down the path. You will write the certificate. Yeah. Let me copy the same everywhere. In the views dot, you will call the function certificate, and the name also let us give certificate. Okay. So in the here you will come, you will create a function def certificate. Object is request, return, render. Request. You will create .html file and let us create a .html file from the experience only. It why I copy the name of the HTML file. So this is certificate.html. In the navigation bar also, you add it. Whenever somebody is going to click over here, we'll take URL, this certificate. Okay. Let us just write an h1 tag and see if it is working. As a beginner, you should always check. That is why we write something and we check it. Certifications, what is happening? This is giving the red color line, means you have done okay. Now it will work. So whenever it is not working, don't worry. Just try to go and understand what error you have done. Okay. So this is working. So again, certifications, if you have lot of certificates, what you will do, again, you can create a list. Within the list, you will create a dictionary, the name of the certificate, the institute from where you have received that certificate, the date of the validation of that certification, all that you can pass it. Or what I will do over here, I will directly create a list and over there I'll display. Okay. Let me create a div. And within that, let me create. See, again, you can make the use of the Jumbotron, or let us create a list over here. Or let us go for the Jumbotron only. Okay. So I'll copy the class Jumbotron. Let me copy this. Okay. Let me put it in the certificate. So Jumbotron Fluid 2, and first item that I will show is the, suppose I've received CCNA certification. And for the next item, again, one more Jumbotron. In the same Jumbotron, you can have it, or in the next one, you can have it, suppose Python. Okay. So let us see. When I'll click on certification, see CCNA Python, like this way you can display. So either you can pass it from the views.py file in the form of a list, or directly you can create different div tags. Okay, so it's up to you. Now let us go for the last one. Now what is remaining? Contact. Okay, so let us go for the urls.py file, contact. In the contact, the forms that we are going to create, we will not save the data of the form, okay? Because we have not yet studied the models. So let us write views dot contact, contact, and name is equal to contact. Okay, and let us go to the navigation bar as well. Let me add the context, URL, contact. Okay, now let us create the function as well. F contact request return render request contact.html. Okay, let us create a contact.html. Yeah. So on the contact.html, what I want to show the form. So now on the contact.html, over here we want to show the form, and on the left hand side we want to show the images. Okay, like we will give the links. Similarly for the LinkedIn, for the YouTube channel, and for the Instagram. Okay, and the name. Let us do it. Again, we will create a row, and in that we will create 2 columns. Let me, one, from the top, we give the margin of 2, like we have given it for every other div. And then inside that, what we will do, we'll create a div, the column. We will first, in the first column, we will give text has to be center. Text has to be center. From top, I will give margin, white color. Then, so we have created one on the left hand side, the column we have created. Inside that, suppose I want to show stay connected, and then I want to show in the h3 tag the email address, coding umbrella @mail.com, and the links I want to give. Already we had created the links, if you remember, in the home.html page, na, where we had created the links over here. So I'll copy this one. The contact.html. Let me like this. And column, I don't want to use it. Let me remove this outer div. Yep. Let us see if it is working or not in the contact. Yeah. So stay connected. I can see coding umbrella, and I can see this code is similar to that one. That is why I have copied and pasted. So on the left hand side, I can see all this thing. Now on the right hand side, I want to show the form. So you can make the use of Bootstrap form. You can search for the Bootstrap form, and you can copy any one of the form that you want. Let me copy this one. And in the next div, column. So over there, for the starting 4 column, I have given this. So for the 5 column, let me give this one. And let me create some offset. Offset will give the space between the two. From the top, let me give the margin. Where have you given the margin? So from top, you have given 5. Let me give 3 and check how it is. Okay. Just let me create the form. And then we'll do the changes in the forms as well. Okay. So yeah, it is showing the form, but it is coming one below the other. Why? What mistake we have done? This div will come over here, and after this div, paste this form. So this is the form. Now let us style this form, and what fields we need, we will write accordingly. One thing, let me create another div. After the so this is for this div on this one. So now let us create form class, form group. Suppose we want to give the margin of 3 as well. There is no spacing in between, so that is why we will give the margin of 3. Label is enter, suppose name. Input type is what text I want to give, and form control, let me not required placeholder. I don't want to give the placeholder. Let me also, I don't need. Let us give it simple. Like this way only I will create the others as well. Let me remove this codes as well. I need the button, so let it. Next one, I want the email, I want the name, then I want the email, and the type will be email. And then next, form control ID, let us give us email, the ID as well. Mail. Let me have the telephone number as well. Here we will give the phone number, phone, and here also let me give phone. Okay, and this will be tell. And the button. Let us see how it is looking like. In the button. Let us see how it is looking like. We have name, email, phone number, and a submit button. Submit for the message. You can write some message as well. He is contacting you. Of course, he will have some message for you. So message, text area, and we can give those as well if you. Yep. A mistake. What a mistake you have done. Started but forgot the text. How it should work. Yep. So this is working fine. Let me do one thing. Let me give the CSS styling as well to this form. So what class I had given. form container. Dot form container. Let me give the border 2 pixels solid. Let me give white color and then padding 3 pixels. Then border radius 10 pixels and then background color also set. So let us see. Yeah, the form is looking nice. It is having name, email, phone, message, and the submit button. So now what is happening? This is not in the, we want this to be below. So come over here, class, top, marginal, hyphen. Let us see how it will look like. So it is coming in the center, the marginus, I from the top. Okay. So yeah, this for everything it is. So yeah. So and from here also, let me give some spacing. And to this also, let me give some spacing. From top, let us give 5 only. So yeah, this is having the space in between, okay? And this links. So on the contact and on the resume now, whenever somebody will click on this resume, what should happen? They should be able to download your resume. Let us go to the navigation bar. Whenever somebody is going to click on the resume, it would fall to the URL. Let us create this URL. Path. You may use dot resume equal to resume. If the views.py file, let us now over here, I don't, okay, let me keep it fast. Okay. So over here, I don't want to render an HTML file, but I want to download my what? I want to download my PDF file. So first I will do one thing. Within the static files that we had created, inside the resume, we have a static folder. In that, let me create one more folder, my app, whatever name you want. And inside that, I will have my resume, okay, a PDF file. I've included, in my app, I have included my resume.pdf. So now I want to use it. So for, we will go in the settings.py file of your project and it will include the root. Just right. Static files. You include the static files over here. Now go in the py.views.py file. From Django.http, I will import. I'm going to show the HTTP response I need. And in HTTP response, then from Django.conflict, not giving the suggestion, dot stick file dot storage. I will import because that static file I want to put over here. The PDF file, we will store it in what? So that PDF file of resume, we will store it in the static folder and static file folder storage, and from that we want to import it. That is why from django.contrib static files dot storage input this. Okay, now let us come over here and let us write the code. So first let me include the path for resume. The path is what? Within the static file, we had created a folder my app, and within my app, we have resume.pdf. Resume.pdf. Okay, so this is a path PDF. Now, let me variable static files storage static file storage dot path. The path I've already written over here. Find the PDF, and if in this path you have the file, okay, if the static files dot storage exists, if that file has your PDF, then we will open that PDF. Open the PDF, the RB mode, that is read binary, and let us change the name as resume file. And we'll create a response, HTTP response. We have given the name as resume file. We will read that file, and this file is of the type PDF. Then false. In the form of attachment. File name is what? File name is PDF. It should be in the form of attachment. File name .pdf. Then return the response. Else, what should happen if the file does not exist? We will say we are not returning any HTML file. We'll just show the text. Okay. Resume not found. Is showing resume not found because we have stored it in the local storage. After we have done that, we have to run one command. Come over here and run the command py manage.py collect static. So all the files it will collect, okay? And then when it will have that particular file, and then it will run the function. Now what is happening when it is trying to look for this particular path? In this path, it is not able to find that particular file, and that is why it was giving this error. Now after running this collect static, it will have that PDF file in their static folder, and then if you will try to open it now, you will be able to download the resume. So let us see. Let us come over here. Let us go back. Let us click on resume. So it is downloading. Okay. So this is how the project that we have created. It is having the home page, about page, projects, experiences, certifications. Of course, you can do further modifications over here in the projects. You can add the GitHub link over here. Then in the certificates, you can add the link as well as when somebody is going to click on that particular link, that certificate should open. Like this way, you can do the further modifications. So this was a complete project, I think so. You must have liked this project. Of course, you can do the further modifications in this project. And once you have studied about the database, how to connect with the data, you can save the data on this particular form in your database as well. So if you are liking this channel and if you are liking the project that I'm bringing, kindly like and subscribe my channel, and so that I'll bring more and more projects based on the Django. And if you have any doubts or if you have any suggestion, kindly write down in the comment box. I will be helping you out with the doubts, and whatever projects you want me to bring, you can write down in the comment box and I will definitely come up with those projects. So before we end, kindly like and subscribe the channel, as it will boost me to create many more videos, and I will be coming with the next video very soon. Till that time, if you have any doubts in any video, kindly write down in the comment box. I will give you the replies. Thank you. Bye.